Hi everyone, my name's Jamie and I'm a board certified neurologic clinical specialist in physical therapy, and I'm excited to share some ideas about how to manage and work on hand function in the midst of having Parkinson's. So I'm going to give you a few ideas. The first thing we're going to talk about is that hands can get rigid, as you well know, just like other muscles in the body. They're the same type of muscles. And so if you find yourself with hands that might be stiff or rigid, or you're noticing small handwriting, these are some ideas that might help you manage so that you have better dexterity for buttoning, opening doors, using car keys, using utensils and pens and things like that. So hopefully you'll find this helpful. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on several exercises, what I call our warm-up. So we're going to repeat these for a lot of repetitions, and really think about intensity and being intentional and a lot of energy and a lot of focus. So the first one is the one I just did. It's called the finger flick. And you can do these in standing, you can do these in sitting, and you can use your whole body if you want to, or you can just do your hands, depending on where you might be using these exercises in your daily life. So we're going to do 20 repetitions of the finger flick, and you're going to see me kind of moving forward and backward, almost like taking a step. So we're looking at finger flicks here. It's like flicking water off those fingertips, and we're going to do 20 of those. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. You've got this. 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got 10 more. You can flick up, you can flick out just for fun to one side. There's 3 more. 4. You can alternate. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's okay if you feel like your fingers are tired. So that's our first one. Our second one, we're just going to put our wrists up and down. And again, it's pretty intentional. So try to open those hands up a little bit. And we're really thinking about hands up and hands down, moving those wrists up and down. Here we go. We're going to do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be intentional. 5. High energy. 6, 7, 8. I feel that in my forearms. 10. We got 10 more. 10. Let's alternate. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Really felt those in my forearms. All right, the next one we're going to do is we're going to put our hands out to the side again, and we're going to flip those hands. So hands are wide, fingers extended as far as you can get. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. You can even alternate. 4, 5. Woo, 6. I feel that in my shoulders. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, intentional. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Woo, shake that out. Your fingers might be hopefully feeling a little warmed up. Our next one, we're going to get specific with the fingers now. So we're going to work on bringing those fingers down and flattening the fingertips. So it's not a grip, not this. It's a flattening. So we're going to go up high and then squeeze, trying to keep those fingers flat. So we're getting into some dexterity now. We're going to try 20 of these. So open and close and press. 1. Open. 2. Open. 3. open, 4, open, 5, open, 6, open, 7, open, 8, feeling it in those fingers, 9, 10, 11, really pressing here, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 more, 17, open, 18, open, 19, open, 20. Whoo! And you probably are feeling it in those really small finger muscles. We're going to take that and go a little bit farther up the fingers. So we're getting a little bit more dexterity with the fingers. And so now we're going to just crunch. Can you see that? Just going to bring those fingers. So not a full fist. We don't want that. But bring those fingers down. All right, so we're going to do them all together to start with. And let's try 10 of these. 1 and open. 2 and open. I can really feel my fingers stretch here. 3 and open. 4 and open. 5, open. 6, open. 7, open. 8, open. 9, open. 10. Woo! Very good. Now, one thing that you can try is you can try doing them separately. So we can bring them down, down. It's hard for me to do one at a time. See how far you can get those. Let's try that hand again. So see if you can do index. That's the easiest one. Middle. Other ones want to come. Ring and pinky. One more time. Ring or pointer, index finger, middle, just the middle, just the ring, just the pinky. One more time. Index, middle, ring, pinky. Woo! Good. All right, and now we're going to do what we call finger opposition. So bringing the thumb to each one of the fingertips. And the first one we're going to do is fingertip to fingertip. So notice, so not this so much, but fingertip, making that okay sign. Tip to tip. All right? So here we go. Index, open. Middle, this is a tough one. Open. Ring, open. Pinky, open. Let's go back. Pinky, tip to tip, open. Ring, open. Middle, open. Index, open. One more time through. O, middle, ring, tip to tip, open. Tip to tip, pinky, open. All right. Kind of shake those out. All right. It's getting tough here. All right. Now we're going to do pad to pad. This goes a little bit quicker, I think, sometimes. It's a little bit easier, not quite as precise as picking up a pin. All right, so we're going to go ahead and thumb to index, open, middle, really press and squeeze. Open, ring, open, pinky, open. Let's do pinky again. Pinky, open, ring, get it, open, middle, open, index, open. One more time through. Index, open, middle, open, ring, that's a tough one, open, pinky, open. One more time. Pinky, open, ring, open. That's a hard one for me. Middle finger, open, index finger, open, and relax. Okay. And the last one we're going to do before we take a big break is finger counting. So I like to try starting out with, we're going to make 1. So keep that hand closed and we're going to make ones. Good. And 2. And be intentional. I am not a crook. Anyway, be intentional. All right. Really try to hit it. We're going to go through each of these. Let's try 3 times, okay? So 1, back 2, back 3, back 4, back 5, and back to 4, and 4, back 3, back 2, oops, 2, and 1. And go back to full, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. One more time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Shake that off. Now, just for fun, I'm going to call out a combination or call out a number, and you've got to make that number with both of your hands. So I might say 6. How would you make 6? Lots of different ways. A 5 and a 1, or a 3 and a 3, or a 4 and a 2. So a little bit of brain thinking with this. All right, so it's going to be combinations that are going to be between 1 and 10. So let's see how we do here. So if I say 1, it's 1 and 0. If I say 2, you can do it either way. 2 or 2 or 2. All right, here we go. Let's try, we'll do 5 or 6 of them. Let's try 8. So you can make it any way you want. 4, what's another way? 5 and 3, I get our math skills out, okay? All right, next one, 9. 5 and 4. Let's try 5. 3 and 2. I'm never good at math. Or 4 and 1. Or 3 and 2. 2. Or 4 and 1. Let's try one more. How about 8? Again, 4 and 4, or 5 and 3, or 6 and 2. Okay, one more. Let's try 7. So 4 and 3 maybe, or 5 and 2, or 5 and 2, or 6 and 1. Okay, so just trying to work those hands a little bit. All right, we're going to move on in the next section to dexterity, using dexterity with some household items. So you are going to need a long-handled spoon if you have one. You're going to need either 2 little oranges or golf balls. You're going to need a rubber band that can go around your fingers. And you're going to need some household keys if you've got some. So we'll break right here and let you get those. All right, we are back for using our household items. So the first thing we're going to work on is using this spoon. And we're going to come out to the side and bring our fingers together and back. So we're going to use index finger to thumb, middle finger to thumb, open, ring finger, and pinky. And we're going to walk our way. We're going to alternate hands. So we're going to open the hand and pinch it with the thumb and pointer finger and open. And hold it, and then open with the other hand, and then open with the middle finger and thumb, and open, middle finger and thumb, open, ring finger and thumb. This is a hard one. Open, ring finger and thumb, open, that's a hard one to hold on to, thumb and pinky, open, thumb and pinky. All right, let's go back up the spoon. This is hard to hold, so you might need to hold it. Open, ring and thumb, open, ring and thumb, open, middle and thumb, open, middle and thumb, open, pointer and thumb, open, pointer and thumb. One more time. Open, pointer and thumb, open, pointer and thumb, open, middle and thumb, open, middle and thumb, open, ring and thumb. This is a hard one. Open, ring and thumb. Takes a lot of strength. Open, pinky and thumb. Woo. Open, pinky and thumb. Woo. Relax those hands. All right. Our next one, we're still going to use the spoon, and we're going to work on spinning. So now we're doing some manipulating with those fingers. So just going to work on spinning that spoon or a pen or a fork, whatever you have. See if you can spin it between the thumb, the index, and the middle finger to start with. And if you get really good, you can add in taking it to that fourth finger, the ring finger, and down the line. And bringing it back up. Going the other way is harder. So just spinning and working that through. Let's go back through that. So index, middle, ring. I'm not so good at this one. And pinky. And back through pinky, middle. Ugh, that's a hard one. So if this is tough for you, just stick with your first 3 fingers. And then you'll go ahead and you can repeat that on the other side. So just sticking again, just really working on manipulating, moving that spoon. If you are good, this is my non-dominant hand. I don't write with this one. This one I'm much worse with. So you might find that you have to struggle a little bit more with that, and that's okay. But the idea is just to get those fingers manipulating now that we have them warmed up. You might even drop your spoon, and that's okay too. Like right there. All right, good. Another thing you can do with the spoon is work it up and see if you can, again, we're manipulating those fingers up to the edge. A longer spoon is nicer, but don't let the gravity take it. You're manipulating it with your fingers. This is a little bit slippery, and then you can switch sides, and you can repeat this a few times. Walk it up. This is a little bit harder on your non-dominant hand, and we'll let that come back down and back up. But anything you're doing to really just work through moving those fingers individually. This is where we get our dexterity. Okay. All right, our next one is going to be using either 2 small, these are like clementine oranges or golf balls. You could try eggs if you want to, as long as you don't want to drop them or you don't mind picking them up if you do, just like that one. So here we go. That's why I'm not using eggs. So you're going to take those in your hand and you're just going to kind of like, if you've ever heard of Chinese meditation balls, but I didn't have any, so I'm using household items. And we're just going to manipulate and work. So you can work them counterclockwise, and you can see how much work that is. And then switch it. This is a little bit tougher to go counterclockwise, I think, at least for me. But just really working those hands now that we have them warmed up. I'm going to switch, and you'll notice probably one side is better than the other. Again, your dominant side might, or your less impacted side. So turning and moving those. If you stick your tongue out, it does better. I don't know. And rotating that the opposite way. So switch the way that you do that. Again, the longer you do this, the more repetitions, you should find that it gets a little bit easier. But this can also be fatiguing if you're not used to it. Good. Today, before we stretch, is the use of a rubber band. So I have a rubber band here, and I'm going to put on the outside of my fingers, and we're going to work these fingers. It can be a little bit easier if you twist the rubber band. You might find that it stays on a little bit better. It's a little bit of a different feel if you twist it. Okay, so you can see that I've twisted that band depending on the size of your rubber band. And I'm working on opening that hand, so resistance work. So now I can open. Again, I'm going to show you how you twist it. You can put it on your finger, twist, and put it on that second finger. Take the edge and twist it on that third. Take it out, twist it on that pinky. And that's going to give you a different kind of feel, maybe a little bit more resistance. So let's go ahead. And we're going to try, I'm just going to, for fun, move it all the way around. I wish I had some music. I might add that maybe. But we're going to go up and out and out. So let's just do that for fun. So up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I got out of order, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That was great. So I hope, the last one we're gonna do is gonna try your keys. Now keys are a great thing to work on manipulation. So I have a couple ideas for you here. So you can take a keychain and this, I'm gonna do this one, keychain like this, and you can just simply practice holding it with one hand and then turning those keys and bringing them over. So 1, 2, you can do 2 fingers, 3, got an ID, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep going, and 8. I got a lot of keys there. And then I can bring them down. 1, I can use a different hands if I want to. I can use my ring or my middle finger. 2, and then what's nice, oops, that one fell. What's nice is now I'm using my whole arm. 3, 4, 5, 6, so I don't lose my keys. That's my air fob. 7, and switching hands. Again, you can choose to hold it any way you want and work on manipulating that. It could be maybe you do a grip that's between your fingers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, get that one over, 9. Okay, so I hope these have given you some ideas of how to really work your hands. And when you're done with this routine, hopefully you feel like you've got a little bit more dexterity to button and unbutton, to grab things, to write. There's a lot of research out there that says, that even after one hand routine that you'll notice a difference. And so, or if you do this consistently for 2 weeks, you might actually see a change in your handwriting. So I would encourage you to take a sample, write down on a piece of paper, I am a Parkinson's warrior, write that, and then keep it for 2 weeks. Do these hand exercises every day for 2 weeks and see if, go back and write that sentence again 2 weeks later and see if there's any difference with how you feel that you're writing, or maybe your letters are bigger. So I hope you found this helpful, and have a great day. Be consistent, keep exercising, reach out, find a community. There's a lot of people rooting for you. So thanks for watching.